Let's jump right into this review of the top 5 seducers. First up is Bulgarian Man in Black. They are prominent notes of spices, rum, and leather. The opening starts with a masculine blend of rum and spices. Neither are overpowering, and they are tempered by a leather and tobacco accord, peeking up from the base. As the name suggests, you pretty quickly understand why it's the Man in Black. All of these notes are very mysterious and seductive. There is some sweetness and woody nuances, but neither are overpowering. As the wear continues, the spices fade and the creamy leather and tobacco combination becomes more prominent. The rest of the wear gets warmer but stays consistently masculine with leather and tobacco accords. The performance is 8 to 9 hours on the skin with intimate projection, yet this is by design because of its versatility. Now, speaking of, it can be worn for all occasions, but best for formal events and dates, hence the intimate projection is perfect. As for seasons, exclusively fall and winter. I know this is a really popular fragrance, but it's hard to make a list like this and not include Bleu de Chanel ADP. The opening starts with equal parts zesty citrus and spicy mint. This combination is both alluring and fresh. As it develops, the top notes fade, but leave their fresh accents from before that combine with a warmer and woody heart. I know some people will say it gets aromatic in the mid, but I only ever pick up on fresh woods. After the first few hours, it heads into the dry down, where it's all about warm amber, woods, and a slightly smoky incense for the rest of the wear. If you like vague descriptors, it smells classy and masculine. One of my favorite parts about the entire Bleu de Chanel line is that they are all so well blended, it's hard to pick out any specific notes. The smell is amazing and the performance is no different. This works no matter the season or occasion. On my skin it lasts a solid 8 hours, and during that time it has moderate projection, pushing out 2 to 3 feet for the first few hours and then receding, yet it never becomes a skin scent. I know this might be a bummer to some of you, but this is the one reason that it makes it mega versatile, as it's safe for dates, the office, or going out, and so much more. And 2, it was designed this way, to be discovered, not announced. The most affordable on this list, but still holds its own. Guess Seductive Homme opens with a sweet and citric mandarin orange, powdery florals, and spicy pink pepper nuances throughout. Together, this trio has an excellent upbeat and uplifting aroma. Over time, the scent becomes warmer from a strong amber base that is peaking from below, and it brings musky nuances with it, but neither are as prominent as they will be later in the wear. Once the dry down, it's all about amber and musk with sweet and spicy accents that have been retained from earlier. Seductive it is, its fresh and masculine nature has a very alluring charm. It lasts 6 to 8 hours on the skin with moderate projection, and it pushes out a few feet for the first few hours and then recedes closer to the skin. For a fragrance of this affordability, it's actually quite outstanding, and as for the wearability, it's all occasions, as it's sophisticated enough for formal occasions, but dressed down enough for casual events. In wearability, 3 seasons, fall, winter, and spring. You'd be crazy if you think I wasn't going to add Dolce & Gabbana the 1 ADP to this list. It opens with fleeting citruses and a tidal wave of warm spices. Invigorating ginger is the most prominent spice the first few hours. After this period, the 1 ADP starts to dry down and gives way to what it's most known for, which is its warm and smooth amber and tobacco combination. For the rest of the wear, this is a very masculine combination that dominates the scent. By the end, you'll understand why it's such an inviting aroma and so sought after. On the skin, it only lasts 5 to 6 hours with intimate projection. However, when considering that it's best for dates and formal occasions, the intimate projection is then perfect because you'll be discovered and not announced. So what about the seasons? Exclusively fall and winter. Last but not least, YSL La Nuit de l'Homme EDT. Upon the first spray is a fleeting hit of bright bergamot. It doesn't fade, but it does get shoved aside by cardamom, which is sweet and spicy with woody undertones. By all means, cardamom is the star of the show for the rest of the wear. After a few minutes, the bergamot is washed over by a more prominent lavender. Cardamom and lavender fuse and dominate the mid while resting on a fresh woody cedar backbone. I mentioned that there is sweetness, and there is, but no note donates a heavy dose. It lingers in the background and accompanies the top notes. Never does it become sugary, but rather charmingly masculine. Into the dry down, it is still all about the dominant cardamom and lavender combination. The woodiness has gotten slightly stronger, but I attribute this mostly to the addition of vetiver. It is faint but strong enough to create a darker woody accord. Performance is not its strong suit, but it's not meant to be. It lasts 7 to 8 hours on the skin, which is above average, but the projection is light to intimate, making it best for special occasions, especially dates, when you want to impress. As for seasons, solely fall and winter, this is one of the best seducers on the market because of the heavy cardamom note that is so alluring. Thanks for listening. See you next time.